My dear students, hope you are all safe at home. It's a mild attempt to give you a brief discussion on one of your topics, and it is meant for second semester BA, BSc, BCom common course A04 Zeitgeist. And the chapter that I am going to discuss is in third module, Gender. The title is What It's Like to Be Transgender by Lee McCobe. Last year when I took this class, when I took this chapter in the classroom, it was so easy for me because we had a transgender student in our class. And so we got enough opportunity to discuss the issues related to them. But this time she is not there in the class. She has gone to at another college. And this is a chapter which deals with transgenders and the problems that they are facing and the issues that common people do. And let us go to the chapter, the poem in detail. And about the author, Lee McCobe was born in 1996 in Cape Town, South Africa. He is an award-winning slam poet. Slam poetry, it's a performance poetry, and he is the founder of Vocal Revolutionaries. Vocal Revolutionaries is an agency where it's an agency. It's a non-profitable agency, and he is the founder of that Vocal Revolutionaries. And in 2015, Lee came out as a transgender male, and he has been a TED video fellow since 2019. And if we talk about the poem, it's an autobiographical one, and it addresses the gender identity issue, and it discusses the context of transphobia, because people are really afraid of transgenders. They have some reluctance to mingle with them and all. And it talks about the increased suicide rates among the transgender people. And throughout this poem, McCobe describes how he came out as a transgender. And it captures the identity crisis imposed on the transgender people every now and then by the mainstream culture. So now let us go to the poem. I hope you have the text with you. I'll just read out the first stanza and we'll discuss the content. The first time I uttered a prayer was in a glass-stained cathedral. I was kneeling long after the congregation was on its feet. Dipped both hands into holy water. Traced the Trinity across my chest. My tiny body drooping like a question mark all over the wooden pew. I asked Jesus to fix me, and when he did not answer, I befriended silence in the hopes that my sin would burn and salve my mouth would dissolve like sugar on tongue. But shame lingered as an aftertaste. And in an attempt to reintroduce me to sanctity, my mother told me of the miracle I was, said I could grow up to be anything I want. I decided to be a boy. It was cute. I had snapped back, toothless grin, used skinned knees as street cred, played hide and seek with what was left of my goal. I was it. So in the first stanza, the poet describes the difficulties that he had faced when he was a young one. So the narrator was kneeling long after the congregation on his feet by dipping both hands into holy water because during the baptism, that ceremony, he traced the Trinity, crossed his chest and uttered prayer for the first time in a glass-stained cathedral. So whenever we have got attention, we often go to God and seek permission. His tiny body drooping like a question mark, and asked Jesus to fix it, because he was in confusion, and therefore he asked Jesus to fix his identity, but he didn't get any answer. So he befriended silence in the hopes that his sin would burn and salve his mouth, dissolve like sugar on tongue, but shame lingered as an aftertaste. But when he realized that this is not the right gender, he had, it was rather shame lingered as an aftertaste. To reintroduce him to sanctity, his mother told him that he was the miracle of anatomy, right? And told he could choose to be anything he wants when he grows up. So this is the token of love that his mother has given him. So his mother said, whenever you grow up, you can become you can select the gender which you want to become. So finally he decided to be a boy, and he explains the age, the little age where he decided to become a boy. It was cute and used skinned knees as was the custom, and played hide and seek with his goal. So he was in between, and therefore he was hiding his real goal, and he was playing hide and seek. Now in the second stanza, he gives a detailed description of the difficulties that he has faced, or rather he was in between the apologetic boy, an awkward boy, and an apologetic girl. So actually he was caught between these two, boy and a girl. Biologically, that Makobe is a girl, but he wanted to become a boy, so he was rather tightroping between awkward boy and apologetic girl. So this is the issue that is faced by that is the